Alright, hello everyone. Thank you for the instant raid, Sorako. I was still warming up my dinner in the microwave when you raided me. Thank you Sora and Sora Raiders for visiting. Tonight we're just chilling, we're laid back, and I am crafting potions. Because I do not have enough, where are they? There they are. The Grade 4 Gem Drops of Strength, which I use as a paladin during raiding, and I need more of those, so yeah. Crafting goes well. It probably will. Fuck you, Sora, I wasn't ready for you. But thank you for the raid, I love you. Meat and mead. Wait, who else is online? Ah, Rose. Feel about the glam not being a class exclusive? I love that. Are you kidding me? One of my favorite, like, pieces of equipment is blacksmith exclusive, and now it's not. So I'm very happy about that. Alright. It's this. And now I'm just gonna eat my dinner, which consists of approximately 1 ton of stuffing and 2 tons of mashed potatoes with a little bit of gravy. Potatoes? Yeah, where is Tato? So I can say, hooray, it's Tato. Tato might be sleeping. Just, they stayed up all night again. Oh shit. I didn't realize that my gear had gotten so low. Yeah, nothing too exciting tonight. God, I've got 91 more of these to craft. I don't know how long this macro is, but this is pretty much what we're going to be doing all night. God, I love stuffing. I also started reading the Wayne Family Adventures webtoon last night, which is like, I guess like the current official Batman continuity. Diversity win. Robin is gay. Oh, okay. Well, Red Robin is gay. There's a lot of Robins. Or bisexual. I don't know. He is dating a guy though. Or he was. I don't know. We haven't seen the guy since season 1. And I'm currently in season 3. And unfortunately the world is too on fire for yaoi at the moment. Yeah, I'm just reading while crafting and eating. I'm eating the stuffing by hand because it's kind of dried out, so I can just kind of pick up big chunks of it. Just gotta make sure I'm paying attention to my food and my crafting potion. Because that would really suck if I ran out of either of those and I lost 3 potions because of it. You know, I hope eventually the barrier comes down. So these people can see sunlight without having to go all the way to Tuliolo territory. Grab a handful of stuff and I guess I can hit execute on the macro. Real skilled crafting right here. Hello, Blitz. We're just chilling, we're just crafting, I'm eating dinner. And I'm reading the Batman, Wayne Family Adventures webtoon. Just real laid back tonight. I can barely squeeze another craft out of that potion, hell yeah. Alright, now we gotta reapply the same. No, not really. No, between work and raiding, I'm finding less time to stream, which is unfortunate. 79 to go. I'm running out of water clusters. Oh my god. Yeah, Doom Train. I mean, most of it's been on stream, but Friday we were supposed to be like testing a new person, which is why I didn't stream, because like I'm not gonna take that gamble if they're a shitty person. And then we just ended up, it turned out that they couldn't actually do it that day, so we just ended up not doing it. Or, well, we ended up not trying them, but we did end up getting our clears. And everyone in the raid's got the Doom Train weapons now. And now we got ads in 4.5 minutes. Nope, I'm making potions. Because Tuesday, the new raid tier drops, but our raid days are Monday and Friday. So tomorrow we are we're just doing one of the older Savage raids. We're doing M4S. And we're just trying to get a blind clear on that. And then Friday, we'll be tackling M9S. But another thing I need to be focusing on is getting materia. And melding it to the rest of my paladin armor. I don't have enough critical hit materia. Wicked Thunder. Okay, doing it's not just because I think she's hot. That was not the deciding factor. We're doing Wicked Thunder Savage because doing that unlocks other raid stuff. This was the decision from the brain, not the balls. And also, I didn't have a say in it. But I'm not the raid leader. It was Resi's decision. No, we're doing it blind. So we're learning as we do it. We are taking notes as is. Nah, it's all good, Blitz. And it is ad time, so Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know ad break was over. What a thrilling stream. Sorry. We're too poor to afford ladders around here, chat. Sorry. This is an anti-ladder stream. This is purely a staircase household. Go get that rung bullshit out of here. And also, I'm not eating snakes. I don't think snake would taste very good. Oh my god, I'm just barely sneaking another craft into another potion window. Snake Eater song? Yeah, MGS3 Ladder is an iconic scene featuring the song. Ah. No. I almost made a very big mistake. Big games one of these days instead of just having the Metal Gear games I played list. Ah. Bliss, what did you think of my Final Fantasy tier list that I posted in game discussion the other day? If you didn't see it, I can just DM it to you. there more than once. Because of the expansions. I ranked all of the expansions individually. Expansions on 360. I saw one listing for 11. Oh, I didn't know that about 11, because believe it or not, Final Fantasy 11 came out, I'm pretty sure, before I was born. Let me fact check that. Yeah, it came out a year before I was born. May 16th, 2002. Oh my god. It's still being... I thought that this was end of life. What the fuck? Was it revived because of the 14 crossover? The official Final Fantasy XI website the last posted like news topic page thing is from 3 days ago. And it looks like the game is still receiving regular updates. That's insane. What the fuck do you mean the game got an update December 29th? Motherfucker, what? Chat, let's check the Final Fantasy XI patch notes. To address an issue, the following items were removed from the item list of the NPC Curio Vendor Moogle in Port Sandoria, Port Bastock, and Port Windurst. Max potions, I don't know if that's like... I don't know if it's supposed to be max potions and max ethers, or just max potions and ethers. Max potion, ether, boiled crab, Persicos Olay, and Ulegarond milk. What the fuck? Do I have to chat? Is this stream about to go back 3 Final Fantasy games? Like, do I have to pause? Do I have to pause 13, skip 12, and just go into 11 before they axe it again? Said reverse chronological. I did, but like, I'm not skipping 12. But like, 12 is always gonna be there. We don't know when 11 is getting axed again. Wasn't 11 end of life? Hold on, let me pull up like Wikipedia. Janitor's still working on it. No, Blitz, there are game updates being pushed. Oh my god. It was never... Wow. Game updates isn't that significant. God, it's got a monthly sub to it. Damn. It's the same price as a 14 sub. Okay, so 11 was being directed by Koichi Ishii from 1999 to 2003. From there, in 2003 to 2008, it was headed by Nobuaki Komoto. In 2008, it briefly switched to Koichi Ogawa. In 2010, it went to Akihiko Matsui. Then later in 2010, it went to Mizuki Ito, who held onto it the longest with 6 years. In 2016, handing it to Yoji Fujito, who immediately took that that longest record and has now been holding on to directing 11 for the last 10 years. Was about to come out back then. That's fucking crazy. Let's see. Here we go. In 2015, Square Enix released the final main scenario for Final Fantasy XI, titled Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. Oh wait, oh my god. Didn't the PlayStation 4 come out in 2015? What the fuck? (2014) That's fucking crazy that they were updating this PlayStation 2 game past the PS2's end of life, throughout the PlayStation 3's life, and into the beginning of the PlayStation 4's life. Final Fantasy XI became the final active server on the PlayStation 2 online service. Support for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 versions ultimately ended on March 31st, 2016. Hold on. Leaving only the PC platform playable. A mobile client for the game was under development by Square Enix in collaboration with Korean developer Nexon using Unreal Engine 4, but was cancelled in late 2020. A spin-off mobile game, Final Fantasy Grandmasters, was released on September 30, 2015. A new episodic story series titled The Voracious Resurgence was added to the game in 2020. In May 2022, rumors had circulated that FF11 may soon be shutting down. Yoji Fujita released a statement noting that this was not the case and users should not worry. What the fuck, man? Damn. What was I doing in 2016 and why wasn't it playing Final Fantasy XI on the PlayStation 2? I was, what, 13, so probably being a dick. Because every 13-year-old is a terrible person. You are the worst version of yourself when you're 13. Is it on Steam? Oh my god, it is. Probably Yansim updates. Yeah, probably. The Ultimate Collection Seekers Edition is currently on sale for 14 hours. It is 67% off, and if anyone makes a joke, I will be very disappointed in you. There's Blitz, oh my god. There's not one expansion for FF11. There's 5. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, FF11, I was not familiar with your game. Evidently. Wait, hold on. There's additional add-ons. So there's okay. Okay, so there's the 5 expansion packs: Rise of the Zalart, Chains of Promathia, Treasures of Ad Urgan, Wings of the Goddess, and Seekers of Adolin. And then there's 3 add-on scenarios: a Crystalline Prophecy, a Mughal Kupo d'Etat, and a Shantoto Ascension. And then 3 battle add-ons: Visions of Abyssia, Scars of Abyssia, and Heroes of Abyssia. Oh my god. What the fuck? This was listed on Steam in 2013. That's insane. Abyssia being the PvP section. I don't know. I was not familiar with 11. I genuinely thought 11 was end of life in like 2012. Like, when I heard that it was a PS2, somehow an online PS2 game, I didn't even know the PS2 had goddamn internet. And 360. I'm less familiar with Xbox consoles. I grew up a PlayStation kid. And the non-PlayStation consoles I had growing up were Sega consoles. Shout out the Sega Genesis, and my goat, the Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast being the ideal way to play Grandia 2. It's just not the same on a flat screen monitor. Dreamcast on a CRT is the way to go. Tato time. Hi, Tato. Oh dang, none of the raiders that came in like a minute after I started stream redeemed first? That's crazy. PS2 doesn't have internet. It needed a box that cost about as much as the console. And it was only compatible with fat PS2 models, not the slim models, and it only worked with very few select games. That's insane. Dude, how the fuck was 11 a success? If you had to buy the console, a box add-on for the console, I don't think it Blitz. I think if an online service game is still being supported 24 years later, I think it's safe to call the game successful. Going back to sleep by Tato. Back then we're built to last. I mean, I feel like if 11 wasn't successful, it would have gone the same as 14 1.0. Before A Realm Reborn. Do you guys want to see, let me, after this craft is done, let me show you guys a location in 14, and then let me show you what it looked like in 1.0. Oh wait, did I just like instinctively start another craft? Okay, do you look for how many cop escape sales showing the sales for the game? So we're familiar with Kurthis being this like frigid wasteland, right? It's just cold and forever snowy here. This is what Kurthis used to look like. This is what Kurthis looked like in 1.0. It used to be daytime. It used to not be like permanently covered in snow and ice. You know, we're gonna go somewhere different to craft. I'm gonna roll a d10 because there's 10 tabs. That is that was a 10, so it's actually this one. I'm gonna roll a d4. 1 and 2 are gonna be my apartment that I never go to. 3 and 4 are gonna be the free company house. And it is my apartment that I never go to. What does it look like here? Because I genuinely do not remember. Wow, that's nothing. Minimalist living space? No, it's not minimalist. I have an action figure with a sword and a shield and a 9S and 2B plushie. Sold 800,000 in Japan, 510,000 internationally, according to random fandom wiki. I think Wikipedia has a number on it. Sales and subscriptions, here we go. The user base for the PlayStation 2 version was truncated initially because of the limited sales of the PlayStation 2's hard drive and network adapters that were needed for the game. The Japanese release of Rise of the Zalart was the #1 selling game when it debuted in 2003, with 90,000 copies sold in the first week. Jesus Christ. The Treasures of Ergan, released 3 years later, sold over 103,000 copies for the PlayStation 2 in Japan during 2006. In the United States, Final Fantasy XI's computer version sold 340,000 copies, which is 15.5 million USD by August 2006, after its release in October 2003. It was the country's 51st best-selling computer game between January 2000 and August 2006. The Final Fantasy XI All-in-One Pack was number 36, and Wings of the Goddess was number 40 on the top 50 best-selling Xbox 360 games in Japan as of December 2007. 2006 is when the 360 version released. Got it. Let's see. For the April to September 2004 financial period, Square Enix saw online gaming, particularly Final Fantasy XI sales, increase by 101%, and operating profit increased by 230.9%. I did not realize what a goddamn cash cow this game was for Enix. Revenues held steady from subscription services in the summer of 2006. In the fall, however, Square acknowledged that online subscription revenues were unsatisfactory despite the steady performance of 11. By December 2003, there were over 200,000 subscribers to 11, allowing the company to break even and start making a profit. There were between 200,000 and 300,000 active players daily in 2006. As of August 2006, the Xbox 360 version was the 6th most played game on Xbox Live. As of 2008, the game had 500,000 subscribers. By June 2012, Final Fantasy XI became the most profitable title in the Final Fantasy series. While many MMOs have switched to some form of free-to-play model, the base monthly subscription price point for Final Fantasy XI has remained at the same $11.95 since its debut in 2002, competing with Call of Duty, and no one talks about this shit. No one's talking about how honestly likely outperformed Call of Duty. Let me check this source. Alright, let's see. Via the weblog of staffer Larry Major Nelson Hrib, Microsoft has announced the top 10 Xbox 360 games currently being played over Xbox Live for the week of August 7, 2006, as well as the top titles for all of the original Xbox being played over or while connected to the online service. Does it actually give us... It doesn't look like it actually gives us, like, the top 10. Which is unfortunate. Let's see. Activision and Infinity Ward's World War II first-person shooter Call of Duty 2 again ranked on the top list of 360 titles being played over live, followed by Ubisoft's Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. The demo for Capcom's recently shipped Dead Rising was the third most popular Xbox Live title for the week. While Sega's From Software developed mechanized strategy shooter Chromehounds and Bethesda Softworks role-playing game, holy shit, it was competing with Oblivion. Oh my god. Wait. Holy fuck. This means that it outperformed Halo. Jesus Christ. Humble king. My humble king. Now that's some goddamn humility. Online MMORPG Final Fantasy XI was the 6th most played game over Xbox Live, followed by the demo for the upcoming THQ release, Saints Row. Dear God. The more I read, the more I'm like, holy shit. Actual sleeper hitter. Let's see. Beat out NCAA 07, Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, Dead Rising. That's crazy. Sleeper hit, this is a coma? You're right. Looking to the original Xbox, Halo 2 remained as the most played game over... Okay, on the original Xbox, Halo 2 was still reigning supreme. Major Nelson added that if the lists were combined, Halo 2 would rank as the most played game across both platforms, followed by all 10 360 titles listed. Okay, so it didn't beat Halo. Halo 2 is still different. Yeah, okay. Look, I might have been out of pocket saying that it beat Halo. I might have been a little wrong. Anyway, when this article came out, I was 3 years old. But I mean, 11 is still apparently, like, insane. 2007 was only 2 years since the 360's launch in 05. It's not... Oh, yeah, that's right, I guess, Blitz. Huh. Across PlayStation 2, PC, and 360, it regularly has the lowest, like, rating on the 360. Game Rankings scored a 85% on the PlayStation 2, 82% on PC, and 69% on Xbox. Metacritic gave it 85 out of 100 on both PS2 and PC, while it only got a 66 out of 100 on the 360. And then from publications, Famitsu gave it a 38 out of 40, GameSpot gave it 8.2 out of 10, GameSpy, something I've never heard of, gave it a 4-star out of 5, and IGN gave it 8.8, but that one doesn't count because I don't respect IGN. Dude, I was not familiar with the, with FF11's game. Game as successful as 11 deserves to be talked about, right? People still talk about 4, 7, 10. Yeah. It seems to be about as silent as the conversation shifts to Oblivion and Halo 3. Yeah. And I mean, it beat out Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. That was also on the list of games it beat out. Yeah, no, the good Battlefront 2. Not the one that was pay to win, that released in, what, 2016? gonna snooze this ad because I'm not gonna be going much longer. I mean, like, when you hear about Final Fantasy games, I feel like it's almost always you're either hearing about 7, 14, or a new one that's being released. Which makes me think that the Final Fantasy games that are integers of 7 are really lucky. Cannot wait for Final Fantasy 21. Do you still talk about the SNES games too? Yeah, I think that's just your circles. Here, do you guys want to see me practice my practice the fight for a little bit? Let me pull up my opener. Well, it's not really practicing the fight, it is it's practicing my damage output. Yep, there we go. Yeah, let's see. Damage responsible 30%. Yeah. Just about a minute to spare. Yeah. What that's gonna come down to is to improve that. I need to get more materia to meld onto my rings. I think specifically it is, yeah, it's direct hit materia that I need. Yeah, this one. Oh, I'm also out of determination. I just have crit materia. News ads again. Where am I gonna get that materia? Because I know there's about 1 billion places you can get materia, and yet I never have the materia I need. Oh, I can do it for sacks of nuts. I think I've got a lot of those. Not a ton, but like enough to get something. I was grinding for something, saw a video about Konami's 95 Tokimeki no Nail. The PS1 version of translation. Yeah, that's the issue for a lot of those early games. There's just not translations for them. I think I want more. I can only afford these pets rough. Alright, 7% chance. Yep, and I failed it. Where am I gonna get these cracked prism clusters? Nowhere that's not incredibly annoying is the answer, apparently. Alright, here. I'm gonna end a few minutes early because I gotta run to the bathroom. Thank you for stopping by. Stream, what the hell was 11? 11 was definitely the game that we were playing tonight. Bye-bye.